George Washington believed that religion and morality were essential parts of a healthy and stable society. He saw them not just as private matters of personal belief but as necessary foundations for public life, law, and national order. His views were shaped by his education, his social environment, his military experience, and his deep sense of duty. Washington was not known for expressing personal religious beliefs in emotional or mystical terms. He rarely spoke or wrote about theological doctrine. Instead, he focused on the public importance of religion and the moral habits it supported. In his speeches and writings, Washington regularly emphasized that religion and morality were necessary supports for political prosperity and national unity. He treated them as pillars that upheld the structure of civil society and republican government. One of Washington's most important public statements on this subject came in his farewell address in 1796. In that speech, he told the American people that religion and morality were indispensable supports for political success. He warned against the belief that morality could be maintained without religion. Washington did not claim that every citizen must be deeply religious, nor did he call for a specific religion to be favored. However, he argued that religion played a critical role in shaping the character of citizens, especially in encouraging honesty, justice, responsibility, and respect for laws. These qualities, in his view, were not just private virtues but necessary elements of public order and civic life. Washington's understanding of religion was closely tied to his idea of duty. He believed that individuals had a duty to a higher power, which helped reinforce their sense of moral responsibility. This sense of duty, in turn, helped citizens behave ethically even when they were not being watched. He believed that laws and punishments were not enough to control behavior. In a large and free republic, he thought that people needed internal moral limits, and religion was one of the strongest sources of those internal limits. Without religion, he believed that selfishness, disorder, and corruption could more easily take root in society. Washington's military leadership during the Revolutionary War also influenced his views on religion and morality. While leading the Continental Army, he observed the challenges of maintaining discipline and unity among diverse soldiers. He issued general orders that encouraged soldiers to attend religious services and avoid immoral behavior such as swearing, drunkenness, and theft. Washington believed that religion promoted discipline, order, and mutual respect. He did not try to force personal belief on his troops, but he recognized the importance of religion as a source of shared values and moral strength during difficult times. As president, Washington supported religious freedom and tolerance. He welcomed people of different faiths and opposed religious tests for public office. He wrote letters to various religious groups, including Jews, Catholics, Quakers, and Baptists, expressing his respect for their beliefs and his hope that the United States would be a place where all religions could flourish freely. At the same time, he continued to express the idea that religion was valuable not only because of its spiritual benefits but also because of the moral habits it encouraged. He saw these habits as essential to maintaining justice, public trust, and political stability. Washington's views were shaped by Enlightenment ideas, British traditions, and Protestant values. He was influenced by writers and thinkers who believed that religion and reason could work together to support morality and good government. He did not see religion and morality as opposing forces. Instead, he saw them as working together to support the civic order. Even though he respected reason and individual judgment, he believed that religion added strength to morality by giving it a deeper sense of purpose and responsibility. In his personal life, Washington regularly attended church and maintained a respectful and dignified attitude toward religious practices. He rarely spoke about his personal beliefs in detail, and he did not emphasize emotional religious experiences. His approach was formal, reserved, and focused on conduct and duty rather than on expressions of personal faith. This reserved approach was typical of many upper-class Virginians of his time, who saw religion as important to public character and personal behavior but who did not usually express it in highly emotional terms. Washington's concern with morality also extended to how the nation would be viewed by other countries. He believed that the new American Republic needed to set an example of good conduct, fairness, and virtue. He feared that without strong moral values, the country could lose the trust of its own citizens and the respect of other nations. He believed that religion helped protect the integrity of the legal system and the honesty of public officials. He understood that a republic could not survive if its leaders and citizens acted only out of self-interest and ambition without a sense of higher responsibility. Even though Washington did not try to impose religion on others, he consistently supported the idea that religion should be encouraged as a public good. He believed that religious institutions played a useful role in educating young people, promoting charity, and building moral character. He saw the connection between religion and morality as one of the main sources of national strength and public order. For Washington, a free and successful country required more than just laws and elections. It needed citizens who were honest, self-controlled, respectful of others, and guided by a moral compass. Washington's legacy on this subject influenced many later leaders and public debates. His belief that religion and morality supported the health of the republic became a common theme in American political thought. Even leaders who did not share Washington's religious outlook often agreed with his view that moral character and civic virtue were necessary for a democratic system to function properly. Washington helped set a tone for national life in which freedom of religion was protected, but in which religion and morality were still treated as valuable foundations for public life. His views remain significant in understanding the early foundations of American political culture. They show how the founders tried to balance religious freedom with moral responsibility, and how they believed that personal virtue and public duty were closely connected. Washington's emphasis on religion and morality was not just a matter of personal opinion. It was part of a larger vision of how a self-governing people could remain free, stable, and united. Subscribe to explore more of America's history.